to. I am 6 months postpartum and I'm still breastfeeding. Okay, some of the, I don't want to call them problems, hurdles that I encountered as breastfeeding this far along is some of the social pressures I'm feeling to feed my child. And it kind of makes me feel like I'm not doing something right because you have all these people who've had tons of kids and they fed their children early and they're fine and everything. But I did not feel comfortable feeding my child early. Feeling some of the pressures though, I did give in around 4 months. I gave him a little cereal in the bottle, see how it worked out, and I just didn't feel comfortable. I wasn't ready, feeling all of the pressure from my mom and sisters and friends. It was like, but really, in the end, you need to make the best decision for your child, and you need to pay attention to your child. Watch for those cues. Are they mouthing? Can they sit up? Can they hold their head up? Or can they sit up with support rather? Can they hold their head up? Are they asking for food? Are they reaching out for it? Do they understand what's going on? Some of those are cues. Is your baby not gaining weight? Did they stop? Are they sleeping through the night? Now I have seen when people start giving the baby food solely because they want them to sleep through the night, and which is understandable. Trust me. But that can backfire, and this is why. When you have a small baby, their digestive system isn't necessarily fully developed. So what can happen is the baby can become constipated, and it can kind of make the situation of them not sleeping worse. So be really careful with that. And if you're feeding them, you need to make sure to give them water and things like that. Breastfed babies, solely breastfed babies don't necessarily need water because there's two different kinds of milk. There's the foremilk and the hindmilk. The foremilk acts kind of like Gatorade. It is kind of a thirst quencher, and the hindmilk is more like it has more of the nutrition. It's like it has a higher nutritional value. It's like a thicker milk. It's like deep white or deep yellow, and the foremilk is kind of like clear, almost clear white. What I'm talking about, mine clear white, and also with breast milk, if your body temperature rises, you actually produce milk that's kind of, thinner in consistency. And during the colder winter months, you might produce a thicker milk. So, breast milk is wonderful. There's nothing wrong with giving your child water um, around 4 months. But the problem with giving water is you don't want them to fill up on the water, because they need the nutrition. So you don't want him to fill up. You don't want him to fill up on water. I give him water because I don't want him. I want him to be drinking water. I want him to get used to drinking water. So later, when he has to have water, it's not foreign to him. But I don't give him a lot of water, and I don't give it to him all the time. So those are some of the problems that I had with breastfeeding. As for the pain, it is completely stopped. No pain, no cracking nipples, none of that. All of that's gone. I would say another one of the issues I've encountered with breastfeeding is breastfeeding in public. Not everyone is accepting to breastfeeding. I am not very shy, so I would breastfeed anywhere. But I do mind my surroundings, and if I don't have a quiet area I can go to take him to feed, then I pump milk before I go somewhere. But the truth is, if he's hungry and I don't have a bottle, I will get my blanket out. But I did watch where a woman got carted off to jail in Target for doing that, and she was really discreet about it. I'm a discreet breastfeeder. I don't just pop it out and let everybody see my goodies. But I cover myself, I cover the baby. But that was one of the biggest problems that I would say. Pump, especially if you're shy. So you kind of get best of both worlds because at nighttime you don't have to get up and fix bottles and all that kind of stuff. You just pop them on, pop them off. And Elijah sleeps all the way through the night, and that's because I read a book called Baby Wise. Okay, it's called Babywise. Read that book. Trust me, you'll love it. Okay, pumps that I would suggest is the medulla. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Medulla is great, and I suggest, but it's really expensive. It's about $300 brand new. But I bought it off Craigslist for $65. But what I did was these little shields. They're like $12 at Target. They probably have them at Walmart too. Walmart's everywhere. And I bought these little Medela bottles to go with it. Goes on top. And I would say buy that because it's the best breast pump, and you don't want to, deal with a cheaper one, and you're not understanding why you're not getting any milk out, and that might be why some women it have a harder time having a letdown when your baby's not around. So you might want to maybe have a picture of the baby up or something like that to kind of get you to let down your milk. So these little bottles, I was just using the regular storage bags and holding them, and that was kind of aggravating. So I went ahead and bought these. These are a great investment. Go ahead and buy them. I know they're like $12 for three, and I didn't want to buy them because I'm cheap, but go ahead and buy them. And this right here, not to worry, this little shield is the only thing that touches your breast. So if you buy a used one, just buy the new shields, and your baby will like those tubes never touch milk, never touch breast. It's just like the tube goes in here, and the milk goes here, so you don't have to worry about your baby, coming in with someone else's milk, so or whatever they may have. You don't have to worry about that because these little shields. So buy your shield. Buy it used off Craigslist. Wonderful. This bottle is the only bottle he'll use. Some babies aren't as picky as my baby, but this bottle is actually recommended for breastfed baby. It's called the Playtex Vent Air Advance, and it's a slow flow nipple. And the nipple is kind of squarish, and I really like it. Slow flow. He loves it. It's the only one he'll drink out of. He won't drink out of Dr. Brown's. So I bought a lot of bottles, and this is the only one he'll drink out of. So I would suggest maybe investing in a 3-pack of these if you're going to be breastfeeding. Support with breastfeeding. I know that it's hard, and especially if you're going back to work. I felt the pressure when I was going back to work, going back to school, rather, and I had to pump milk, and I really don't like to pump milk. So a trick to pumping milk, you may want to pump milk earlier in the mornings, so you'll have, you see, I tend to have more milk in there in the mornings versus at late at night. Most people may want to try to get milk out while you might get a bottle or so, but when I pump in the morning, it's full of milk, so that's a good thing. So during his nap time in the morning, I might try to pump milk, and then breastfeeding in public. So some of the problem was breastfeeding in public, some of the social pressures this far, but I'm still going, and I will start feeding my baby soon. What I'm going to start doing, I've already started it. I haven't given him the food, but I've tried it myself. I try everything that he uses that goes into his mouth, and anything that he does, I try it first. And I tried brown rice. I got regular brown rice, and I put it in like a coffee grinder, ground it up really, really fine. Excuse me. I ground it up really, really fine, and I did it just like I would do regular rice cereal at the store. Really, it's cheap. I know what's going into my baby, which is a plus for me. I really like it. I tasted it, and of course, it doesn't have there's no salt or anything, but it has a decent taste to it. It's not bad. It's not a bad taste. I think he would like it. Like I said, my baby is ready. My baby is ready to start eating, but your baby might have been ready at 4 months. Just watch for your baby sitting up. Those kind of things. Watch for your baby. My baby's ready now. He's 6 months, and your baby may not be ready at 6 months. He might not be ready until 8 months, or a little bit later. Don't feel pressure to feed your child if he's gaining weight. If he's happy, well, then you just keep on doing what you're doing. And the main thing that you have to look, babies are not like older people. They don't hide their feelings. If he's unhappy, he will let you know he's unhappy. So if he's hungry and you're feeding the milk and he's still crying and crying and crying, you'll know. Okay, you will know. So I think that's all I have to say. Give me any questions. And if you have any suggestions on videos I will do, or if you want me to do a video on something about dealing with a newborn or infant, let me know and I'll do it. So see you guys later. Bye.